What's up, my Beyond the Shoot family? I'm having to do a little selfie mode, a little self reflection. Let's call it a self reflection. I'm I'm very upset that I stood up 24 hours to watch this show. I stayed awake 24 hours, so that's why we didn't do no back to school. We didn't do no grading. No, we were just tired. We were beat, and the fact that the show wasn't great just kind of killed the mood for all of us. We were like, you know what? Let's just go home. Let's just soak it in. So it took us a couple days to soak it in, but now that I did, I want to give you my review, my ups and downs, my opinion about the Super Showdown overall. It started off great. Started off phenomenal. New Day, the Bar, put on a great show. They have great chemistry. It was a good match. It was a good way to open it up. New Day retained, of course. They needed to retain. It's gonna happen. I'm not sure they're gonna face Sanity next or whom they're gonna face. I'm not even sure, but it needed to start off that way. You couldn't start off with a slow match. You couldn't start off with the pop of Buddy Murphy or the pop of the Iconics because it's not gonna happen. But great way to start it. But then the part that sucks the most. Let's call that a high point. High point. The starting of the show was a high point. But what sucks the most is the fact that the three matches after that were so bad. It was horrible. It was ridiculous. It was just really bad. If I would have done a grading system, I would have given them D's and C's and even F's. It was horrible. The Lashley and Cena match was an F. It was boring. It was ridiculous. I'm so glad that Bobby Lashley turned heel on Raw because that needed to happen. I'm so glad that Kevin Owens is in a injured state of mind or whatever, and he's gonna come back possibly as a face. But I'm excited for that, and that's what needed to happen. But this whole putting Cena in just to get tickets, just to get views, I get it. I get it. It's a glorified house show. As you can see, my cat is in the way, but let's get our cat views up. But no, so it was horrible. It was horrible. The Iconics, I get it. They're from Australia. They're gonna get the victory. We all knew it was gonna happen. But to put Asuka in that position, to put her as an undefeated for a whole year to this kind of match, it was an F match. It wasn't good. It was horrible match. It wasn't exciting at all. And then the Ronda Rousey Bellas and Riot and all that, it was just bad. My opinion, I'm glad. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew the Bella was gonna turn. But why do it on Raw when you could have had the perfect opportunity to do it in a Super Showdown? Do it in front of 70,000 people. It would have made it pop. It would have made that worth it. It would have made it worth it. Yes, they teased a little breakup, but tease it throughout the match. It wasn't tease it in the beginning and then just stop from there. That was ridiculous. You know what? Let me start out by doing this. I was gonna go throughout the show, but let me give you the low points first. You know what? Let me give you the low points. The lowest point for me was the three matches after that. In my opinion, it sucked. It literally sucked the crowd out of it because when the great matches were going on, they weren't even excited. They weren't cheering the way I expected them to cheer. Even me Tony, and Psycho Steve were looking at each other like, "What's going on?" The crowd's not even into it. They're not into it at all. I don't know why. Well, we know why now because the matches sucked. Imagine sitting through what? Let's say an hour and a half of three or four matches that were just pure trash, bad, and then you have awesome matches. You have the AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, amazing match. I would give that an A if I could. A match. The only part I didn't like was the ending. The ending wasn't. Samoa Joe tapped out. What's gonna happen now? Yes, we're gonna see AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Don't get me wrong, that's the most exciting thing that can possibly happen. Exciting Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, but at what expense? What happens to Samoa Joe now? Yeah, he tapped out, so he just moves on. No, he's gonna stick around, but how? He tapped out. He can't say that he's a better wrestler than AJ Styles or he's better than him because he's the one that made him tap out. So the ending, not sure how I feel about that, but it was a great match. Give it an A. Great match. Okay, so the Buddy Murphy Cedric Alexander match. I can't even super S everything that can possibly match of the year for me. Match of the freaking year. Amazing match, amazing result. Buddy Murphy needed to be champion. I hope he goes up a couple more pounds and goes to the Raw or SmackDown so he could dominate there because he's becoming my favorite wrestler on the roster. Amazing. I love all his matches. It could be with Kalisto, it could be with Mustafa Ali, it could be with Cedric Alexander, it could be Drew Gulak, anybody, and he'll have an amazing match. So that was another A plus phenomenal match. Even the Shield match, and Braun Strowman and McIntyre and Ziggler and all that. It was great match. It was a little slow in the beginning because it was predictable, but the whole teasing of Dean Ambrose turning as a heel played onto it perfect. It pulled the strings to perfection. That spear that Roman Reigns did was awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was an awesome spear. And then Shield needed to get the victory because Ambrose going to turn eventually, but they're teasing it. They're going to tease it along the way. Great matches. Those were the awesome matches. Now we go to Daniel Bryan and The Miz, the one that I said I said it's gonna be the show stealer. I said it's gonna be an awesome match. It lasted 2 minutes. 2 minutes. What? Why? I get it. They wanted to do a swerve. They wanted to do a surprise on us, and it just didn't work. It didn't work that way. It was horrible. It left everybody like, what the hell is going on? What happens now? It's. I get they want a storyline to go on, but 2 minute match. Do they needed to save time? Though they needed to save time for the whole Elias and that. They needed to save time for the Naomi and Iconics. They needed to save time for stupid matches that didn't need to belong on the card. Ridiculous. That was just utter ridiculous. So overall, the show was a very bad show, in my opinion. Besides Buddy Murphy and the Shield match, everything else was just trash. That even the Becky Lynch and Charlotte match, it was so slow. Charlotte looks slow. Psycho Steve makes a point. Charlotte looks freaking slow. She looks slow. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It was Sasha Banks this entire time making her look good, or was it her as a heel that was making her stand out more? I don't know. But this show I wasn't looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it, but I was so upset afterwards. We all stood up for 24 hours to watch this at 4 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning to watch this show and dedicate ourselves to this. WWE disappointed us. You disappointed me, and I'm pretty sure you disappointed millions of viewers. We weren't excited for that. Crown Jewel, I hope makes up for it. I really do. I hope. But, there's a match that I really don't want to talk about, but I'm going to have to. It's Triple H Undertaker was just an F match. It was 35 to 40 minutes long on them laying down, tired, slow as hell. Triple H carried the match, and they took some bumps here and there, but, what else? But, those are my opinions. This is my ramble. It needs to happen. I hope you guys agree. I'm Mike Hito, and this is Beyond the Shoot, and this is my mini ramble on the Super Showdown. See you guys for SmackDown Live.